Blackjack 2 became one of the most highest grossing and critically acclaimed movies of 1988. It was nominated for an astounding 18 Academy Awards and only lost the Best Picture to Dustin Hoffman's Rain Man. With almost unheard of success for Blackjack 2, Ardell Pelcher Productions execs demanded Part 3, and so Blackjack 3, Blackjack Forever, as well as plans for countless series and cartoon specials, went immediately into the pre-production stages. So certain was the company of the success of a new Blackjack movie that they gave the two geniuses behind the movie slasher, Stephen Bleck and Austin Oetberger, an astounding $17.5 billion to agree to do it. The studio and the world were thrilled and more than happy to hand over the money. Unfortunately, unaccustomed to such levels of success and giant piles of money, Bleck and Oetberger spent most of it almost immediately on speedboats and planes. The bulk of their prepayment was spent on cocaine. Stephen Bleck and Austin Oetberger were both found dead on October 13, 1989. The cause of death was a combination of a massive overdose of cocaine, rumored to be 147 times more than a lethal dose, and of course the fact they were both caught in a simultaneous speedboat jet crash. Hope almost faded completely for fans around the world of ever seeing their beloved Blackjack back again on the big screen. They had no clue how to move forward. Who would take the helm of the most successful film franchise of all time? Fortunately, almost as if aware of their almost comical and impending explosive coke death, Bleck and Oetberger had found a way through their wills to carry on the series. They recommended that their good friend and film school colleague, Mario Franco, should take the helm of the series. At this time, Franco was mostly known for art house films starring himself, mostly made in an attempt to meet women. Being handed the proverbial keys to the kingdom that is Blackjack would have made him a household name. When the studio asked to see the test footage or even a script of the film, Franco was very apprehensive. Eventually, one studio executive was allowed on set. When they saw the film and read just a portion of the script, immediately the studio abandoned the project. This would result in Ardell Pelcher losing literally billions and billions and billions of dollars. But they figured it was best to cut their losses. They did not want the film attached to the Blackjack legacy, and all plans for later movies were simply scrapped. Just before release, the film was renamed Blackjack 3: The Final Slaughter, at the request of Ardell Pelcher stockholders, hoping that the franchise would simply die. I was able to speak with Mr. Franco earlier in my career during the shooting of Blackjack 3: The Final Slaughter. Thank you for allowing me on set, Mr. Franco. I understand press has been at a minimum, and I appreciate this rare opportunity.
Maybe.
I just wanted to ask what it was like to step into the gigantic shoes of those great cinematic auteurs, Stephen Bleck and Austin Oetberger.
I am Mario Franco, and I am the director of Blackjack 3: The Final Slaughter. At the beginning of the movie, I do a recap of what happened before. In the previous two Blackjack films, But they will not give me the rights to use the footage from the first two movies. So, I recreated it. I reimagined what happened. So, when the BJ killer comes and he shows up to the BJ house, he kills them for making the naughty film. I open it up and the teenagers in the BJ house making naughty, dirty, filthy, nudie films. And he doesn't like it. He hates it. He kills them. He kills the naughty teenagers. They're all bad. But one girl, the Felicia, she finds a doll, his innocence, and that protects him. That protects her. It protects her from him. He can't poison his innocence, and she uses it. And she uses it to protect herself. So the Felicia, in the beginning of my movie, which is a recreation of the second movie, which I fix with my recreation, she uses the doll, and it's dark at night, and they go to the lake of the brass doors, and she chases him into the water, and she slams him, and he dies. He goes in the water. The white blood of the devil splashes up onto her face, and she wipes it off. And then the police come, and they find nothing. And then Black Jack 3, the final slaughter. And then I start the movie. It's 4 years since this incident. And she's like, my future, it is by the Pacific Ocean, not by the Atlantic. So she's like, I will go cross country. And she has the doll, and the doll protected her. And the doll, she takes that with her. You understand? You see? So she takes Black Jack's innocence. And then they drive with a U-Haul. She has all of her stuff with her. She goes across the causeway. And then the doll, it sends a psychic message to the Black Jack. He's underwater. He's in the Atlantic Ocean. And there's fishermen. And they throw their nets into the ocean to catch the fish. But they bring up the Black Jack. And they think he's dead. But he isn't. He becomes the avengers of the fishes. He cuts the fishermen. He guts them like fishes. Yes, he guts them like fishes. He kills the fishermen because the fishery's dead. It has collapsed. The fishery has collapsed. And he is the vengeance of the fishery. He is the death of the fishery. And then he gets on a train. He gets on a passenger train and goes to Sydney because it's a good way to travel, you see. You understand? But he kills everyone on the passenger train. He's angry. He's the angriest he's ever been. And there's no more trains in Sydney. He destroys the trains in Sydney. He destroys the fishery in the trains. He gets past the causeway and he kills the people in Nova Scotia. He kills them in the New Brunswicks. Yes, he kills them in the New Brunswick because he's angry. He's after his innocence that's been taken away. And Felicia, she is still going. She is the symbolism of the youth leaving the Cape Breton. And the Black Jack, he is the past. The past is coming after her, you see. You see. Yes. So she gets to Toronto. She buys a plane ticket. But the Black Jack, he cannot fly. He cannot go to heaven, you see. If he's in the sky, he's close to heaven. And he cannot go there. He has too many sins. Yes. So she flies. And he's angry. He's mad. Because she has his innocence. She's selling his innocence. So she gets to British Columbia. To Vancouver. The land of the future. I do believe that the Black Jack 3 Final Slaughter may be one of the best horror movies ever made. When people watch it and they really think about it, they will go, this is not a movie. This is something more. You see, the Black Jack 3 Final Slaughter, it's layered. It has so many layers, like cake. And people don't think. Because they don't think, they can't taste the cake that is Black Jack 3.
A lot of the fans and your former employees at Argo Pelter Productions have disparaged your movie, going so far as to calling it and saying a ruination of a great masterpiece, and a travesty of epic proportions, and a really big waste of money. And this last one is too profane to read. Mr. Franco? Mr. Franco? Mr. Franco? And now, a scene from Blackjack 3, The Final Slaughter. The film that so many people fought so long and hard for you not to see.